more impressive game, Nick? Dak or Jalen?
Listen, I think Dak's going to have the bigger game. I think Philly, oddly, probably hopes Dak has the bigger game. Like, they hope that the Cowboys are passing and they're not. And I want to be, right before the start of the year, just like you wanted to clarify any Eagles stuff, I want to do the same. I think Jalen Hurts is an excellent quarterback. I don't think he's an excellent passer. That's not a short version of my entire Jalen Hurts opinion. And I think folks who, there aren't many, but if folks want to argue, he's the best quarterback in football, they are basically saying the passing part doesn't matter at all. That's ridiculous. And the folks that we were talking about, won't name names, but some lists that came out recently that have him outside of the top dozen quarterbacks, what they're saying is there is nothing to playing quarterback other than throwing the football, and I think that's wrong as well. So I do think he should get credit for the actual on-field stuff, the running, the toughness, the availability, the tush-push, all that, and the off-field stuff that is hugely important if you're going to win at the highest level playing quarterback. If you were to tell me that this game is, that Saquon leaves the game early with a turned ankle and the Cowboys are moving the ball and up 10, I don't have as much confidence in Jalen as I do a bunch of the other quarterbacks who live in his, neighborhood of the other great quarterbacks, because that's where I think he is lacking. That's my official Jalen Hurts stance going into the season.
Captain Easy stance. Corporal Easy stance.
I'm going to go with Jalen. One, he's going to get the W. I actually think he's going to play well. I expect Saquon to have a fairly big game. But I'm saying Jalen's going to throw a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Wow.
And run for 1, too.
Ooh.
So I think he has a big game. And you know who? This is going to live. Jalen Hurts is Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, Brew, you called him 3 different people. He's Terry Bradshaw. He's
well, yeah,
Draymond.
That's football. All of them are winners. And Halliburton, people don't know how to judge Halliburton because our point guards usually score 25 points. But that's what we want. Halliburton doesn't shoot, doesn't score. He wins. He does what he has to do to win. If it's only scoring 12 points, but we win, I'm good with it. That's what Jalen is.
Can I, real quick?
And he's clutch. Halliburton's clutch.
Before you go,
Jalen's
Coach,
clutch.
but real quick, but Halliburton is unquestionably the best player on his team. And I don't think you feel that way about Jalen.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's...
Give him some grace.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
And Draymond
never won. He's,
Yeah. But you liked it.
It's close. I think it's fair.
Yeah, I really see these two guys as being very similar types of quarterbacks. I think they both benefit from having strong running games, and you don't really want them to have to carry the game. That's not where you want to live. And really, Dak is at his best, and look at over the course of his career, it's similar to Jalen. When he's got to throw the ball over a certain amount of times, it's usually not very good. Now, the way it plays out tonight, Dak is going to have to throw the ball more aggressively than Jalen is to make this work. And odds probably are that they're going to be trailing more often than not, which will also lend himself to him throwing the ball more. So in terms of big games, are we just talking numbers? Or from a numbers perspective, I would imagine Dak has.
Would you agree with this, though? Because I agree they're somewhat similar. But Dak has shown he can put up huge numbers. Now, they don't generally win those games. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
2 years ago,
if Jalen had to throw for 300 yards a game, I don't know if he could do that. Maybe, but I haven't seen that consistently.
I do think Jalen could, but I would imagine it would probably follow the same pattern as it had, where it's more of a 50-50 proposition win-loss as opposed to.
You saying last year?
No, to be fair to Dak, 2 years ago, they won 12 games. Right. He had monster numbers. You know what I mean? He has not been, in the regular season, he has not been just like an empty stats, empty calories guy or throwing.
He had a run game, though.
Right.
I mean,
not a great.
But still,
Pollard was fine. It was good. Not a dominant run game. Can I just real quick show the Dak versus Jalen career head-to-head? Because to Coach's point, so Dak's obviously had the more impressive passing numbers, the more impressive overall numbers, really. And it's kind of surprising they've only played each other 3 times, given that they're in the division, just because of whose missed games win. but it's that bottom line. Dak has spent 64% of the time leading. So keep in mind, all games start off tied, obviously. You know what I mean? So some of that portion's tied.
But those were good teams in Dallas.
Correct. The only reason I'm even bringing it up is what we all expect tonight is not that script. Dak, when he has played against the Eagles or Jalen, when Jalen's been the quarterback, his team's been in control of those games. That's not what we expect to happen tonight.
Dak versus Sirianni's Eagles, not Vic Fangio's defense necessarily, but Sirianni. 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, passer rating 127, record of 4-1. Against Sirianni. Now Sirianni has,
that's none against Fangio.
No,
because
not
he
Fangio.
Doesn't include Fangio
So it's a little bit tricky.
He missed last year.
George Pickens, newest weapon for Dak. Last year, Pickens had 900 yards, 3 touchdowns for the Steelers. Are we expecting Pickens to make an immediate impact for Dallas?
I really like Pickens. I mean, I just think his ability is incredible. But I'm not really expecting a huge game tonight. It's just a feel. So, I mean, I think Dak's going to be more likely to look for CD. He'll throw some stuff underneath the tight end. I don't expect it. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I think he potentially is a great receiver, but I just think it's going to be a little time before he.
Yeah, I'm curious to see whether this impact is positive or negative. Yes. And I feel that he should get plenty of opportunities, and he should probably get even more opportunities because I'd imagine Philadelphia is going to try to take away CD first.
Correct.
But the issue is if the ball's not thrown the way he likes it, or he's not getting what in his mind he thinks is enough opportunities, does now the impact become complaining and some of the issues he's had?
You could see that week 1.
So
look, I think guys probably have an idea of what they should be and how they should be received, and it's not like he hasn't had issues in the past.
So listen, I'm probably the biggest George Pickens skeptic on the show.
Really?
Well, maybe you and I are on the same level of it. But certainly a bigger skeptic than Brew on Pickens. But I think there is a decent chance that his best game of the season is tonight.
Oh.
Because I think a lot of the stuff that has been where he's been his own worst enemy, that is something that builds over the course of a season, or over the course of a tenure with a team. I do think he will likely be on his best behavior tonight. So I think and I don't want to sound patronizing, but he's been a guy dating back to college has had a hard time keeping his emotions in check. Go ahead.
CJ right away.
Oh yeah, but more importantly, it's about the matchup, which is Philly has. Listen, I look at Cooper DeJean. I know he's listed oddly as like a third corner. He's a safety.
Right.
Cooper DeJean's an excellent young safety, and Quinyon Mitchell is an excellent young corner. And then it's a bunch of who the hell knows. Like we don't even know who the second starting corner in Philly is. If Quinyon Mitchell is on CeeDee Lamb, and I know maybe they won't do it that way, maybe they'll double CD and put Quinyon on Pickens, but if Quinyon Mitchell's on CeeDee Lamb, I would imagine Pickens is going to have an overmatched opponent against a team who's a lot of young players trying to learn Fangio's scheme that I don't think is going to instantly have a great pass rush, and I think Pickens could be fed the ball tonight. So I think that, now again, if they go the other way and put Quinyon Mitchell on him, it flips it. But I think there is, like his over-under is 4.5 catches and 58.5 yards. I think there's a decent chance that George Pickens' season high in yards is tonight.
Huh.
And so I do think he'll make an instant impact tonight. Whether or not it's sustainable is a different story.
All right, get your take on this, Coach. Micah, obviously in Green Bay now. Saquon has one less person to worry about stopping him. Last 2 games against Dallas, he averaged 117 yards on the ground. Are you expecting a Micah-less Cowboys team to slow down Saquon?
Yeah, I actually thought this was a trick question because the reason Micah is not in Dallas is because he can't slow down guys like Saquon.
That's not the reason he's not in Dallas.
Well,
that's not the reason he's not in Dallas.
I watched the owner talk about it, and he said very distinctly, we need to stop the run, and that was a problem. I'm just going by what he said.
Yeah.
So I would imagine a Micah-less Cowboys with the addition of Kenny Clark, that they should be better at stopping the run. Now, Can they rush the passer? That remains to be seen, but they should be better at stopping the run.
See, I think the thing is, again, I don't think the pass rush will be as good. Again, I know they added some depth that they think might be okay. But if the pass rush isn't that good, then I think the Eagles will be able to throw, which I think will open up the lanes for Saquon. So, look, last year,
But you think they're going to go throw first, run second?
No, I don't think they'll throw first, but I think it'll just happen where they're having success in the air, and then that'll open things up more for the run.
I wonder what the over-under is on the first play of the game by Philly. It's a shot down the field to just be like, look at us. Look how we can throw the ball.
I would tell you, Coach, I'll set a market for that if you'd like. Okay. I will say it will not be that.
You don't think so?
Yeah, no, I do not think. It might be a pass.
High probability.
To A.J. Brown?
Yeah,
go out, play action to Saquon, take a shot down the field.
Why not?
Hit it for 60 and go.
Yeah, I don't
take fouls.
When did that happen? Mike Vick? Was that?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great pull, Wilds. Eagles, Washington, Monday Night Football. Yeah. Mike Vick, first play of the game from their own 12. Yeah. And hits
like, how's this
Watson.
Gonna go?
But yeah,
like, here's how it's
so
gonna
can
go.
I say something? Mike Vick had one of the greatest arms in NFL history as far as arm strength. Like, you know, he had other limitations as a player. He and Jalen Hurts have almost to me, similarities. I know they both played for the Eagles, but they're very, very different players. If I can answer this, I know this is all of a sudden a controversial opinion, and I'm just a crazy man that watches a lot of football.
You are.
Nothing about the Cowboys defense will be better by losing Micah Parsons. Nothing about it. And the idea that there is not a knock-on effect because the team, I know this will surprise some members of the audience, the offense doesn't tell you ahead of time if it's a run or pass. You got to kind of figure it out situationally. And the fact that now everyone else on that front who maybe could honor the run a little bit more, because if it is a pass, we got this absolute Tasmanian devil screaming off the edge who takes care of that for us. Now they can't do that. Now all those guys' pass rushing jobs got a little bit harder, which means their run responsibilities might get a little bit harder because they're splitting their own attention, if you will. I do not believe the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a better defense in any way, shape, or form without Micah Parsons. I don't believe that.
EPA does take into consideration the run.
Thanks, bro.
I mean,
so you think the first play of the game by the Eagles is some sort of Saquon run?
I think it is either a Saquon.
There's got to be a prop bet.
I think it is either. You could definitely bet that, but I think it's either a Saquon run or a short pass. I do not think we are getting 5 or 7 step drop bomb, because when you're more than a touchdown favorite, you don't need to take a big chance on the first play of the game.
Big personnel, hard sell, 2 tight ends, receivers in tight, hard sell play action, post over, get one of them.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Sirianni.
The place would go nuts.
I would not
Everybody
put it
packed
past
up
Sirianni.
in the box, getting ready to tackle Saquon.
Banner there. Woo! It's the Prince.
That is not
fair.
What is this?
That's not fair.
Who's in charge of this?
Unfair bar.
It's not even his commercial.
The Prince that was promoting.
It's just as much his, though. He's a co-star.
It's a big match, and only the best will win.